I've had sexual fantasies about like being in a bathtub full of delicious mac and cheese and just rubbing it all over my body.
What's up, gorgeous? Hello, this is Hanging with Nathan, and this is
Ryan Keely.
Today we're gonna cook the most fantastic mac and cheese. So, to start this off,
Bacon.
how long you been in the business?
I like to call myself Old Lady Glamour because I have been in this industry way too long.
Old lady glamour, huh?
Old Lady Glamour, yeah. I've been professionally glamorous for about 12 years. But yeah, I started, I'm 34 now, I'll be 35 next month. And I started behind the scenes when I was 18 when I got a job at the Hustler store in San Diego. Because I was always a fucking pervert. And so, and you know, I liked working the late night crowd. I liked my discount on all my sex toys and my DVDs. And it kind of evolved from there. I ended up meeting a woman named Haley Page, who sadly is no longer with us.
Oh.
But she was a customer at the Hustler store in San Diego. She'd come and pick up her own DVDs. And through her, I kind of conned my way into a job in the business. And so I worked behind the scenes until I was about 22. So, yeah. Yeah, I got to see how things really worked from the business side before I got in front of the camera and started performing. So I think that's always really, educated my decisions and my career path. What I do miss about porn is that now it's gotten a lot more professional. Back in 2004, 2005, 2006, basically up until the economic crash, people had drug problems. There was like parties with like girls walking around with plates of cocaine.
Jesus.
It was awesome. Like I remember one year at AVN at Sunday, all of the Digital Playground girls just didn't show up to sign because they were still coked up from the night before.
God damn.
And I kind of miss that. I mean, I feel like we've lost some of our scumbag sensibilities, which I guess is good.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing because also the scumbag dudes is there as much. We still see remnants of them. We don't need to name names.
Yeah, we have less suitcase pimps for sure.
So many less.
Yeah, suitcase pimps aren't really things. Right now, the girls are really empowered to create their own content and monetize their own content, which is great. But it's like, I didn't get into porn to be fucking responsible. I've had sexual fantasies about like being in a bathtub full of delicious mac and cheese and just rubbing it all over my body.
Can't. It's YouTube.
I will say one of the biggest misconceptions about porn that I've been thinking about recently
Do tell.
is that everyone thinks it's all performing and it's all glamour. And in my case, like 10% of what I do is performing. The rest, like I spent all day yesterday supervising file transfers between drives and uploading to websites and monetizing things and tweaking tags. So it's like the amount of time that I spend, having sex for money, which is my favorite part of the whole deal, it's really not that big of a job. Now I have to be responsible because I produce my own content. I monetize my own content. I manage, my own brand across several platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting when you get into this business for a while. You don't do most of what you think you were supposed to do when you came into this business. It's like most of my time is spent uploading videos, calling people.
Yep.
Like, I'd say about 60% is
babysitting uploads.
Yeah, it's just that. But like, there's a little bit of time where you're actually fucking, and 60% is not good fucking.
I think that's fair.
Like, luckily enough, the week I shot with you, every shoot was like good that week, and you.
Well, I think I'm very lucky because I'm so orgasmic that it's hard for me to have a bad scene. Like someone has to be spectacularly terrible for me to not figure out how to enjoy myself.
But even then, it's not. Because I've had plenty of girls, I'll go up to them, and you heard me do this. I'm like, hey, what do you like? What do you not like? Is there any way I can make you come? And if I can't, okay, what is the thing I can do to make it fun for you at least?
Yeah.
And so I can still make a fun time with a girl who can't come, even though I know that.
And that is a thing. There are a lot of girls in this industry that just can't come. And I have given myself TMJ, because I started in lesbian porn, trying to make those bitches come.
Oh, you can't.
I'll just like set up camp down there.
Yeah, just don't. Have you watched, are you into anime?
I was as a kid. I would like to watch more anime. Oh, but I am reading this awesome manga about chefs, but I can't remember what it's called.
Food Wars?
No.
Okay, so do yourself a favor, go watch Food Wars.
It's an anime about food?
So it's like, okay, a stereotypical like anime where they go, oh, it's high school and blah, blah, blah.
When do the tentacles come in?
Watch it. So basically what happens every time they cook food, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, so the guy will cook a bunch of food, and they do it all like a very good recipe. Like everything, the only reason I was stuck on the show because everything is legit to what they cook.
Oh.
They cook the food, and then they eat it, and then they go into that porn anime, like the girl's clothes blow off. She's like, ah! And at certain points, like the noodles or tentacles, they're fucking her, and she's like, ah! It's so good, and every recipe on there, I want to recreate. It's
I'm in, but we need to make sure we've got to contact Bad Dragon Toys and make sure that there's like legit tentacles for fucking.
Oh, so good, yeah.
Though I wonder if I would like having an octopus crawling on my body.
You know, I wouldn't until I watched anime, so.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons that I ended up in porn is that I grew up with two best friends. One of my best friends had 5 older brothers, and most of them were nerds, and so all the porn that we kept stealing was anime. So I saw like Yurosaka Doji at 12. Just no one should see that much tentacle rape at 12.
No, they should not.
But I think that definitely shaped me in a lot of ways and definitely shaped my perversions.
Yeah, I find a lot of girls who get into porn all liked anime.
Well, it's a lot of nerd girls get into porn because we weren't hot in school. Like, I never got asked to a single dance. Not one. I was never asked to a single dance. And
I'd ask you to a dance.
Let me see if I can get my cleavage in the shot.
There it is. Thank you.
So I think that a lot of girls in porn are nerds because we weren't considered quote unquote hot in high school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I worked in porn for 4 years before someone approached me about going on camera because I had lesbian haircuts and cargo shorts that I really liked.
Which is a bummer because I love your haircut so much, and that's one of the things I first saw on you. I was like,
no.
Oh, fuck.
So when someone finally approached me about getting on camera, I'm like, you think I'm hot? You want to give me money to see me masturbate? I was so flattered.
Well, sir, you're going to get some shit.
And I think that that's a lot of, actually, Justine Jolie, before I was in, I was a huge fan of her work because she was Girl Only, the beautiful redhead. And before I was in front of the camera, I had a porn review show, and I interviewed her, and then she asked me out to dinner, and then she asked me out to dinner at her house, and I came over and watched anime, and then she went down on me, and it was...
That's hot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the quantity of nerds in porn is really high, because you have to be kind of a weirdo to do this job.
I think that it's more in girls than guys, though, because the guy selection is a lot smaller than the girl.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm seeing it change a lot since I've been in, where there's some guys that are coming in and like, we're fucking nerdy as fuck, but most of the time it seems like the same kind of douchey dudes.
Yeah, being in the Marvel Universe isn't being a nerd. Sorry to break it to you.
Fuck you, I still love it.
It's fine. It's nerdy, but it's not like,
No, I get you. You're not that nerdy.
Not that nerdy. You just care about superheroes and shit. Why don't you read some stuff by like Image or Dark Horse?
Fag.
I don't know. I don't like superhero comics because there's not enough sex and violence, and
Sex and violence. Sex and violence.
that's pretty much all I care about.
Sex and violence. Sex and violence. Sex and
Yeah.
And
violent sex.
Violent sex. Violent sex is great.
What's your safe word?
Putty pop. But you have to say it like, what's his name? What was that comedian that was always talking about pudding? The one that got caught raping people?
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. It's the pudding pop. Yeah, you have to say it like that. Or else I don't stop.
No, I asked what your safe word is. My safe word is Cadillac. So if I say Cadillac or the other option is nope. That's a hard stop.
Yeah.
You know. Dude, I want to fuck Martha Stewart so bad.
I fuck Martha Stewart too.
Like, the bondage gear is going to be so on point.
Oh, so on point.
So on point. And you know she's a freak because she does that show with Snoop Dogg. Even though I always knew that she was a freak. I can tell. But like, the sandwich she'd make you after.
Oh my God, it'd be so hot.
I still say the best sexual experience I ever had was with Isaiah Maxwell when I went over to shoot content. And he timed it so that as soon as we were done shooting our sweet bacon, we timed it so as soon as we were done having sex, there was a meatball sandwich that arrived. I was like, this is the greatest.
Why are you trying to talk dirty to me like that? Stop it.
But isn't that the best sexual experience? I'm like, okay, cool, like sex plays day is amazing or whatever, but like, I have a lot of great sex, but like the sandwich, the meatball sandwich showed up just as we were finished. And I was just like, oh.
Know who did that for me? Or not me, Lily Lane. One time Lily Lane was coming over for content and I was like, hey, you want tacos? Yes. And so I made her this full-blown taco meal right beforehand. And she was like, not sure if you guys know Lily Lane, but she loves her food.
She's a lovely lady.
Yeah, she's great. What was now there's two things that I find in industry personally. You have really good days and you have really bad days. Now, I'm not sure if you would like to share some bad days with us.
Oh, I will talk some shit.
So I want two things. We're going to go with really bad days first because people think that porn, you go in there, yeah, fucking, yeah. And I'd like to hear from another point of view of some bad days. So would you give us some?
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll go to good days.
I mean, I get called a big problem that I have recently is because I am a curvier performer, which everyone algorithms knows that I sell. Like, so I love my body. I'm curvy.
You're hot.
It's fine. But some directors are in the old school mentality, so a lot of times on set, they'll say rude things about my size right before I'm trying to have sex.
Really?
And I was on a set for a feature, and they're like, well, we'd already done sex stills, and the director pulls me aside and he's like, just so you know, like, you have a little bit of a tummy, so just make sure that you're really sucking it in the whole scene. And I'm like, bro, if you have a problem with it, like, pick the positions that you think are more flattering before we go into sex, but don't like get all the way up until the sex point and then call me fat. I'm gonna be bummed out. So that's happened several times. Sometimes the worst stuff is dealing with new talent. That's always tough.
Tell that. That's always fun.
Oh, so I was
because I got a story for you later that's not on film.
So I'll call, yeah. So I was working for a company that I love. I love the directors. They're fantastic to work for. But sometimes they use new male talent. And I was like, whatever, it's chill. I don't care. So the guy comes to set, and I was like, kind of a weird vibe, you know, not very socially skilled. But I'm like, oh, maybe I'm making him nervous. Maybe he's young or whatever. And then I realized, no, he's just a terrible human being because so during sex, so the way that porn happens is that normally you shoot all of the dialogue stuff first, you shoot all of the setup stuff first, and then you go into sex stills. And so you shoot through all of the sex stills so you have the photos before you go in and shoot the sex. You can just roll straight through the sex. And so we're going into sex stills, and I was, we got right up to the point where we're going to pull his dick out, and I was like, oh, I'll give you a minute to get your edge. Get a boner. It's industry speak for getting a boner. And he's like, well, aren't you going to help? And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, aren't you going to suck my dick? And I was like, he's like, yo, bro, help me out. Suck my dick. And at that point, I looked at the director and I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Will you tell this young man that bro, suck my dick is not a way to get a girl to put your dick in your mouth. She's
a liar, bro. It works every time. Please, everyone go try that. It's great. Oh.
Well, so I was like, okay, this is already a nightmare. Like, we've shot it all. Like, it's fine. Sex will be 30 minutes. I don't really, whatever. I was like, I'm just gonna get through this. We're just gonna get through this. There's no point in throwing a fit. Like, Everyone has a bad day at work. Most of my days are pretty good. Today's just gonna be a bad day. So I step out and like he goes and takes the Viagra because at this point, if you've yelled at me, I'm not gonna help you get your dick hard.
No.
That's just we're on your own. There's no at that point. Normally,
Yeah.
I'm very accommodating.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I know. I've worked with you.
I love to play with my co-stars. I think it makes better scenes, it makes better chemistry. It just makes a better movie overall, and it's fun. But with this guy being rude to me, I was like, I'm not doing anything to help you. So he went and he popped a Viagra and we came back and we're going through the scene and the entire time he had two speeds. He either had starfish, just like not moving or helping at all. And I'm like, okay, cool, looks like I'm getting my squats in for today. Or seizure. And he would grab on so hard and like basically have a seizure. I had fingerprint bruises like all over my body from this kid. And now I tell that story whenever I can because that kid's a little piece of shit.
Guys, if you want to do good in this business,
be nice to the lady.
Be nice.
It's all you have to do. Like hygiene and be nice.
Okay, since we talked about some of the bad times on set.
What are some of the best times?
Yeah, what are some of the best times? Tell me.
Meeting you.
No, don't even start. Don't even start.
We had the most fire fucking scene.
It was really hot.
It was so. I actually tweaked my neck in the scene, and I am because I was coming so hard. I arched all the way back
in this weird ass chair because fucking Airbnb sucks.
Yeah, it was a weird chair. Arched all the way back, and then just with the thrust, I managed to like jam my head into the curve of the chair. It's totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
I came like a million times. It was like, you made me squirt, and I don't even squirt.
I know, that was dope.
I'm not a squirter.
But see, here's my thing. I always figure every girl's lying to me, so I just don't believe them.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I? How dare I? Cheese, there we go.
Stop it! It's wrong. It's against Christ. Didn't even flinch.
No, good fuck.
Didn't even flinch. Yeah, what is with all the girls wanting to be peed on these days?
I don't know. I don't care. It's fantastic for me.
You're into it?
I'm not into it. It's just something I didn't get to do before. Let me phrase this. Hey guys, a lot of people nowadays seem to be into getting peed on.
It's a marked trend that I've seen in the adult industry.
Yeah, so how long you been in again?
17 years?
17 years. How many people want to be peed on when you first got in?
No one.
No one. I know multiple girls who have urinal tattooed on their inner lip.
Are you fucking serious?
Swear to God. They're looking gray. That's one of them. There's a couple more other.
So I'm actually about to get my inner lip tattoo. Mm-hmm. He's gonna say, feed me.
Pee?
Feed? No!
Oh, fine. Whatever. Weirdo.
Yeah, I know. I'm so weird because I don't want you to pee in my mouth.
Super gross.
Yeah, I'm real conservative, guys. I'm conservative. That's what I love about porn is that like I'm the good girl, which is the only group that I'm the good girl in.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's such a weird thing. That started like becoming a big thing. I think it's just the fact that girls want less control and they want to be degraded in a certain way. And I'm not trying to say that as like a dominant, but I've seen more girls that want that. They want to feel like they don't have that power there. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you have a better way of explaining it.
I don't grok it. But you know what? Hey, if you want to get pissed on, yeah. I'm a peer. I'm not a PE.
Oh, so I'm going to tell you a nice long story. I've been wanting to work with this girl for a very long time. I remember the first time I started seeing pictures of her, I was like, ugh, girl with short hair, nice boobs, great body, al dente. Yeah, that's all I'll go with. But pretty much, I remember, this is the first time I actually got to talk to her, was at an award show, and apparently she was drunk, and I was very drunk. And I was like,
I'm always drunk at award shows. I have really bad social anxiety.
Oh. And so I went up to her, I was like, hey, you want to shoot content? And content is what we call, I hit her up, we shoot a scene by ourselves with a camera. It's basically a reason for a porn people to fuck.
Yeah, it's how porn, so, because we talked earlier about how most people in porn are nerds and don't necessarily have the greatest social skills.
Yeah.
So instead of being all like, hi, I think you're hot, we should fuck, we're like, we should shoot content because it'd be mutually beneficial for our websites, guys.
Yeah. And so that's what I did, but also I did it at a convention. I went up to her like, hey, you want to shoot content? And she's like, yeah. And then I was like, I really don't have nothing else to say right now because other than that, it's like, I just really want to fuck you. And so I pretty much left that scenario feeling awkward. And then she worked.
That's how I make most men feel.
You didn't make me feel that way. It was just that, like, I was like, I got no game. Fuck. Finally, it happened.
And then I got sick.
Oh.
I got sick. We were supposed to shoot together
Oh yeah, I forgot. Our first time, you got sick.
I got so sick, and I had to. And I don't cancel shoots, but I'm not. In this industry, we're obviously very physically close with people. So when I get actually legitimately sick, not like I'm hungover and don't want to show up, but like I will give you the flu sick, I bailed. And I felt so bad.
And I wish you would have came because the scene would have been way better with you, but whatever.
But it built up tension.
It built up so much tension. And so we finally got to do another scene together, and it was so hot. Yeah, she messed up her neck. I messed up a lot of parts of my body, but that's fine. It was
That's porn that's the thing about having porn sex is that it's so performative. Mm-hmm. You know, like you're like opening up for the camera and you're doing all these positions that you'd never do in real life. Well, eventually at some point we should have sex just like in missionary staring into each other's eyes.
Oh, dude, it's so good. Just this is all we want to do in real life. Like I saw her make the movements. And that's all I want to do. It's like, because like, I don't want to do pile drive. I do not want to titty fuck. I'm so sick of titty fucking. I'll fucking titty fuck you. I don't care. So I want to throw a misconception at a lot of people right now. And I'm on, right? Okay, cool. So one of the big things I hear from a lot of dudes, and I want a girl's perspective on this. And since there is a, what do you call? A girl. A lady, a voluptuous, I'm gonna go with that one. I like that, voluptuous. She can tell you from a woman's perspective, the interesting part about being a guy in this industry, and you've seen guys struggle.
Yes.
And I wanted to hear your point of view on that, because it's always interesting hearing new girls and be like, dude, why can't these guys get their dick up, blah, 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 and doing all this shit? Is it good?
This is so good.
So I'd like to hear your point of view on that.
Well, what we're asking male performers to do is a very specific trick. It is a trick. It's a magic trick. It's a skill. It's not something that everyone can do because you can be a rock star in the bedroom, but translating that into adult film is a totally different situation. So when guys are struggling on set, it took me a while to realize that it's not about me. Because, you know, every person you work with is not going to be your ideal. And it's never an ideal situation. Like, in porn, we rarely get to have sex on a bed. We're most likely, like, balanced on the corner of a counter trying to, you know, open up for camera. So there's a lot of things that are fighting to make the sex bad. Basically, what porn stars do is that they fight through a very challenging situation and make something very hard look very, very easy. You know, and then when some guys struggle, it's, you know, it's a mental game. Like there's so many times on set where, you know, I'm not necessarily into it.
So guys, here's a great example. Girls can throw lube on their vaginas and be wet. Guys can't. So think about that. And I understand you think that no matter what happens, you could be hard as fuck.
But you can't when there's camera guy who is literally breathing down the back. So imagine you're naked. Yeah. There's a girl here who's not super interested in having sex with you. And there's like some sweaty dude here with a camera. Like right here. Breathing down the back of your throat with questionable breath.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite thing about porn is, you know, getting to spend time with people like you, you know?
Aww.
Porn's full of a lot of really interesting weirdos. It's constantly challenging. No 2 days are the same.
It's always different.
It's always different. Like I said, I can afford to spend 2 days a week at home in bed reading books. And for me, that's the biggest fucking luxury that, you know, when I had a 9 to 5, you know, my weekends are full of errands. And that's not the case anymore.
And it's given the opportunity to just go out and try things that you've always wanted to. I would have never been able to fly to Europe
Oh yeah,
for
there's no way
2
that
weeks.
I ever could have traveled if it wasn't for porn. It's given me, yeah, there's no way. I
No.
never would have been able to afford to travel.
And this job has given me the opportunity to that. And thank God for that, because I've always, like, going to England for a week and then Paris, and then coming back for a week, working, and then going straight out to, where do they have a Mardi Gras?
New Orleans.
And then going to the New Orleans was fucking dope.
You have to come to New
Oh my God, that
Orleans.
smells so stupid good. Boom.
Ooh. I'm at Ryan Keely on Twitter, RyanKeely, and on Instagram at Ryan Keely TM, as in trademarked.
Fuck yeah.